Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is thesocialdelarosa, and today's video I want to share with you guys my top apps that I love using for my iPad for content creation. If you're a content creator like I am, then you know how it is when you get that creative streak and you want to start creating content and producing videos and just being in that creative mode. But that can easily go away if you're unorganized and messy. So I use my iPad Air, and I have some apps on here that are really cool that I love using for content creation, staying organized, and making sure that I actually am productive. So let's go ahead and tune into today's video. I have right here the chapters. Those of you that are busy, you can go ahead and skip around if you want into the chapters where I'm dropping all of the different apps. Also, in the description below, I'll have all of my links down there below for all of the apps that I mentioned today. Some are free, some are paid subscription, as well as they have like a free trial. So make sure you check those. And if you guys haven't already, make sure you hit like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate you guys. One I want to introduce is my all-time favorite is Trello. Great list boards. It's very easy to use. It's a free app, so you guys can check that one out. Notion template. I've seen some amazing complicated looking Notions. I want some simple and minimal, and so I do have a Notion template that I'm using, and it's very simple. It's just to create and brainstorm ideas. I drop my ideas in there. I also write my descriptions out, my outlines out. And then what I love about it is that you're able to link between different tasks. And so you're able to find things like hyperlink and find things in between there. So it is a learning curve. These are all going to be learning curves. And so I don't want you guys to get discouraged, but what I want you guys to do is understand that in order to start creating content and producing it at a good higher level, as well as working a 9-to-5 job, then you're going to have to create some of these digital tools. You're going to have to use some of these digital tools to keep you organized and keep you on point. Is GoodNotes. GoodNotes came out with a new update, GoodNotes 6. It is a free trial, but then you have to pay for the subscription. With GoodNotes, you're able to write notes out, you're able to draw on there, you're able to import PDFs and write on them. You're really going to save a lot of paper with using GoodNotes. I absolutely love it. Anytime I get a PDF or a workbook, I import it into GoodNotes as its own little notebook, and I'm able to write all over it and write my notes and insert pictures. And then for planning, GPT, this AI, with creating content ideas, maybe research, it's kind of like your own virtual assistant. It really help you get some ideas. It can help, give you some facts, some studies, and things like that. So some of the creation apps that I love to have, and I think that it's absolute must if you're going to be creating content on the go. What I love about having the iPad is I'm able to take it with me to work. If it's in my purse, I'm able to actually create content on the go and stay organized. So one of the apps that I would highly recommend to download or to have on your iPad is going to be Canva. Canva is templates. There's images on there. There's so many different plugins that you can add in there if you want to do memes, or you want to do Instagram stories or videos. So I really love Canva. They do have a paid version as well as a free version. Pinterest is where you're going to get all of your inspiration and just your aesthetics, your whole mood, your vibe. What I love is CapCut. CapCut is it's an editing app. They have it on the iPad, the phone, as well as your desktop. I absolutely love it. I've been using that one for over a year now. I'm actually a CapCut creator, which is so exciting because I've been using them so much, and all my videos here on YouTube as well as on TikTok and Instagram have been edited through CapCut. All these apps is a learning curve. So what my recommendation is to really just stick to one, and if it has everything that you need, just try to master it and learn all you can from it. Epidemic Sound, you can get royalty-free licensed music that you can actually use if you want to monetize your content in the box below. So check that out and let me know which one you guys are really excited to use, which one you guys have already been using, or maybe you didn't like. I would love to hear more about what apps you have on your iPad, because I think everybody, depending on what you do for work and for lifestyle, it could be all different. For chapter 2, in this next section, I want to discuss about some of the common mistakes when using digital apps or digital tools. I discovered the most is that when you don't stick to one app. So say, for example, I mentioned CapCut. It's an editing tool.
But there's quite a few editing ones depending on your level of experience. And what I find is that you end up downloading them all, and then you get overwhelmed and you just don't stick with them. They feel like it's too much, you can't learn it. So like I said, my recommendation is really downloading the one app for your editing or for your graphics or for your sounds, and really just mastering it and using it. And if by 6 months you feel like you still are not getting the great results that you want, or maybe the aesthetics that you want, then that's when your time is to go and try another one and see if that's going to help. But
it's going to be a learning curve that you need to really utilize all of its benefits and features, and make sure that you've did your homework and research which app is best for what you want to create, trying one at a time and giving yourself at least 3 to 6 months to master that skill. Especially if you are doing content creation part-time, then you need a little bit more time because you're, only giving maybe 30 minutes or an hour to it a day, or maybe even your big mistake is inconsistent. Maybe 1 minute you're using a digital planner and then the next minute you're using a paper planner, ignoring your updates and not updating your apps when you need to do them. So like for me, I love doing like a quarterly cleanup where I'm cleaning out my database on my iPad, on my MacBook, on my phone. And even like for the week, I'll go through and clean out filters and screenshots and things that I've saved, because it's like you're taking up that cloud space. And when it comes down to like updating an app, sometimes you don't have enough data to do that. Deleting all the apps and things that I don't use and just keeping just what I use on my iPad and then on my phone and my MacBook. So really being organized in a system and making sure that you are keeping up with all of the updates. On top of that, when you do an update, sometimes there is a little learning curve. So just keep that in mind, but it's okay because you already know the basics of it. I want to talk about workflow. So workflow is very unique for everybody. Everybody is either, a morning bird, a night owl. Maybe you feel more creative when, the kids are off to school. Maybe you're more creative when everyone's asleep. I mean, everybody is so unique. So this is a section, an opportunity for you to discover workflow, time of the day, what week of the day. And so one thing that I've done, I learned from Michael Hyatt. If you guys haven't followed him, he's a productivity, leadership coach. And he is his books are awesome. I've learned so much from him, and I work a full-time job, but I also love creating content on the side. And this is like my passion project. He recommended is actually creating out the days that you're going to be on, the days that you have to actually show up, and maybe you're doing a presentation, or maybe it's the days that you go into work. For example, I
work Monday through Thursday, so I get ready every day. I put makeup on, and those are the days that I can create content. I can record on video. I can show my face on video. I can do that stuff because I am going to be on stage. And so really finding out what days that you want to be on stage. Days like, for example, Monday is my day to review my whole week and what appointments I have, where I can fit content in, where am I going to work out at, really planning out my week. So having those set designated days for when you're going to do stuff.
Zoom meetings, and you have them scattered all across, your calendar. And it burns you out because you have to constantly be switching between different tasks. And you're like, 1 minute, okay, I have a Zoom call right now. And then tomorrow you have one more Zoom call. And then Wednesday, so every single day you have a Zoom call, and you're constantly getting up and down, and you're task switching, which can burn you out. So what he recommends is batching all like tasks. So what this means is you would grab all those Zoom calls and put them on one specific day and one specific time block, so that you're able to stay in that zone, in that mode. And I really love that philosophy because I feel like you're not losing your energy, and you're like, okay, well, today I'm going to be meetings all day in Zoom, but tomorrow I know I'm going to be able to rest. And so I've been able to take that as a spin and map my days out. So on Fridays, I create my content. That's the day that I'm home and I'm able to create more content. And on Tuesday, Thursday mornings, I create content too, so for video. And I just love that because it makes me feel so productive and organized. So everybody has a different workflow. I work better bright and early in the morning when everyone's asleep, and not work for you. And that's okay. What to do is, once you downloaded these apps and you get in your creative flow and you start creating content, is if you do it on the fly, on the whim, you can do it because, it's going to come up, like your mind's going to be like, okay, I want to create a video. I got an idea. Let's do it. And you do it. And okay, I want to post it. I'm excited. Let's post it. You post it. And then you're down and you're not consistent. So what I want you to do with these apps is really utilizing Notion and Trello, or even your GoodNotes, brain dumping all your great ideas, and then spending that one day of creating your content and then scheduling it accordingly. So your workflow will help you be more consistent, reviewing your overall goals, reviewing your monthly goals, reviewing your weekly goals. This is all going to help you create a better workflow. And then reflection. You always have to have reflection after each day, each week, each month, is like, what did I accomplish? What good things came out of this week? And what things that I could have like delegated or not wasted my time on? And when you start doing that self-reflection, that's when you really start growing and things start clicking. And just stay focused on your own goals and what you want to do and what you want to achieve. Technology can really help you to just stay organized and be more productive. Honestly, love Google Calendars. I love my GoodNotes. I love my apps. I take them on the go with me. They have been game changer. And honestly, I don't know if I'd be able to get that same results with a paper planner. The most growth by using my digital planner and iPad. For your workflow, just really make sure you're doing mega batching, where you're creating all like tasks and putting them into one time block for the day or for the week. More about that, I can probably like do like a whole other video on that, because I think a great workflow is having that energy to accomplish and know what you're focused, your productivity like skyrocket. And last but not least, this is for all of my aesthetic girlies, all of you that really love creating content and you want that aesthetic vibe. Now, I love a more of a darker, moody, aesthetic, clean, luxury vibe. I feel like that's kind of where my content, where I thrive and what I like to do. And so these apps that I'm going to talk about are the ones that you guys can actually, you know, have in the background or show, you know, maybe like on B-roll, show iPad with these apps. First two that I want to mention are actually like a flip clock. So if you guys see right now, I have like this screensaver, but I also have like a flip clock that I use on my iPad as well as my MacBook. And I'll link them both below, but they're really just pretty because you can use them. They have different colors. If you're like a girly who loves like pink or purple, you can totally rock those colors. I'm more about black and white. It's called Widgetsmith. This one is how you design your own home screen. So if you've seen those really pretty aesthetic home screen with like habits or with like, you know, words or visions or inspirations, Widgetsmith is one that you can customize even for your phones as well as for your iPad. Lightroom is something that I've been into for a while. It definitely has a really huge learning curve and I still haven't even learned it. What I've done actually is purchase people's presets and added those into Lightroom. So I'm able to take all my images, I try to take them the best I can, and then what I will do is if I need a little bit more of a touch up, I will jump over to Lightroom, upload my images or videos, and then export them, and so they all have like a cohesive look. And that's kind of more of my aesthetics, and that's for like if you want aesthetic vibes. I hope you guys really liked this type of video. This is a little bit different for me, different style, but I hope you guys like this. Let me know below which apps you already tried and which one you wanted. Try to hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified of my next videos. Everything will be linked below for y'all, so I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.